RimWorld looks like the kind of game you can run on integrated graphics. And yes, it does run on integrated graphics. But with the right mods, ones that add animations, sound effects, visual upgrades, and full graphics overhauls, we can make RimWorld look amazing. Let's start with one of my favorite texture mods in the game. If you've played RimWorld for a few years, you might remember the Majestic Trees mod. It was abandoned for a while, but now it's back as better trees. In the mod settings, you can choose the texture for each tree, adjust their size, and make items or pawns behind the tree actually appear visually behind it. Even though the trees look majestic, you'll have to chop them eventually. Area automatic stump chopping lets them fall in style with a nice visual animation. It also automatically marks stumps and blighted plants for cutting and adds extra order buttons. The creator of Better Trees is also going all out with a Better Mountains framework. Just like with the trees, you can choose a texture or color for each rock and ore. Ores can even match the color of the surrounding rock. When using Better Mountains, the fog can look off, but Fog Color Changer lets you easily adjust the fog color with sliders in the settings. If you are tired of RimWorld square terrain textures, there's Smooth Terrain. It requires Naname floors, which lets you build diagonal floors. Personally, I think diagonal floors look cursed, and I prefer the square blocky style. To complete the map overhaul, clean textures will make your landscapes brighter, cleaner, and more visually appealing. It retextures every terrain type, including ice, sand, marsh, stone, concrete, and the water in this mod looks amazing. It includes textures for the base game, DLCs, and a few mods like every alpha biome. If there's too much green for your taste, and I especially feel that in winter, clean textures, less grass will help. And with such a beautiful map, let's not forget the sound. Ambient trim makes the world feel alive with sound effects for rivers, coasts, campfires, trees, beaches, corpses, and even grass. And since exploration is more fun now thanks to Odyssey, we can't forget the world map. World Map Beautification Project upgrades its look with forest graphics for tiles, hill graphics, and canyons. Pawns in RimWorld often look like blobs sliding around. Yayo's animation fixes that by adding animations to nearly every action they can perform. For more combat animations, get melee animation. And if you want to keep it close to vanilla, use melee animation vanilla to remove all the extra stuff. This mod also adds hands to drafted pawns holding melee weapons. Similarly, Show Me Your Hands adds visible hands when pawns are drafted with any weapon equipped. For the best experience, I recommend going into the mod settings and turning on all options except Show Hands at all times. Erin's body retexture replaces the pixelated low quality pawn bodies with high quality textures. And if you are a man or woman of culture, beautiful bodies is the real deal. Just look at those sexy pixels. For Jin support, more beautiful bodies works without the original mod. To make pawns feel more alive, nice facial animation adds facial expressions while staying close to the vanilla style. Though for some reason, it makes your pawns look like Sigmas. With such nice faces, it would be a shame if the hair and beards didn't match the quality. Vanilla hairs and beards retextures takes care of that. To actually be able to see the hair, Dub's apparel tweaks lets it show while pawns are wearing headgear. Graying hair is a simple but immersive touch. Hair starts turning grey at age 40 and goes fully white by 60. I've always wondered where naked pawns hide their weapons when undrafted, and honestly, I don't want to know.
Yes, hello.
Holsters show weapons on pawns at all times. Blood animations adds more than just animated bleeding. You'll see bullet casings drop to the ground, debris fly when hitting structures, and ricochets when shots bounce off armor or mechanoids. Ground impacts look better too, and it works with different blood colors. For extra shooting visuals, muzzle flash adds flame effects to gun muzzles and lighting effects to charge weapons. For better explosion visuals, there's Better Explosions, which works for all kinds of blasts. And because sound matters too, realistic human sounds adds pain and death sounds to most pawns, making combat feel more intense. For item and building textures, vanilla textures expanded remains the best choice. High quality hand-drawn textures for almost everything. Weapons, meals, drugs, resources, furniture, plants, animals, insects, mechanoids. If that's not enough, vanilla textures expanded variations adds multiple building styles. Every time you construct something, it randomly chooses one of several textures, and you can change it manually with a button. Quality of buildings makes the quality of furniture, weapons and apparel visible. Legendary pieces look smooth and polished, while awful ones look, well, awful. In RimWorld, organ boxes all look the same, even if they're containing totally different things. Bionic icons changes that by adding icons that show what's inside, with support for many mods that add extra parts, bionics and implants. Rebuild doors and corners improves textures for walls, lamps and doors, so they merge seamlessly. It also adds new floors and walls, including glass walls made from a new glass material. Some quality of life changes provided by the mod make the security door actually secure, stop pawns from dropping items indoors, and remove the annoying door opening sound. Speaking of annoying sounds, if you change the game speed often, no time change sounds removes the annoying sound effect. If you build mountain bases, you've probably had rock walls destroyed by raids, infestations or mining. Replacing them with other materials ruins the look. Rock and stone lets you build rock walls that can be smoothed and even floors using stone chunks of the right type. Layered wall destruction is more than just a visual mod. It adds multiple damage stages to walls. Instead of disappearing instantly, walls break down into weaker versions, creating chaotic bunkers and passageways. Builders will automatically try to repair them. If you are bored of the default UI look, the Mind menus replaces in-game menus like the Architect, Research and Plant windows with improved, customizable versions. For an improved character info window, there's RimHUD. Rim Saves replaces the save menu with a new one that gives you more options to easily browse different saves and colonies. For a better, easier to understand trade window, use Dynamic Trade Interface. And if you don't like the look of the colony's portrait bar, L Custom Portraits lets you customize it to your liking. With all these new textures, your graphics card better have plenty of VRAM. If not, don't worry. Graphics Settings Plus adds support for DDS textures, which lower the amount of VRAM each texture needs and also reduce loading times. This mod also improves the quality of textures from all the other mods you use, so no more blurry items. I've seen that recently the game added support for DDS textures, but I'm still mentioning the mod. And after adding all these textures, it's a shame that the game doesn't let you zoom more than this, but simple camera setting lets you zoom in much closer, or much further out. It even has an option to make the camera follow a pawn, plus a lot of camera options can be tweaked. There are countless other textures for both vanilla and modded content. On the Steam Workshop, just type retexture in the search bar and you'll find plenty you like. You'll find all the mods listed in the description. Pick the ones you like and don't forget to join the Discord server.